Namaskaram everyone. Welcome to the Stories That Shine with Supriya, where conversations inspire and every story connects us. My guest for today is the living proof that one moment can change the course of entire life. He is Mr. James SURESH AMBAT, founder of Building Blocks, an NGO. He's 75 years old today, but still he has the same passion, strength and energy to continue building blocks since many years. And after surviving a near fatal accident, he has decided to dedicate his second life to serve others. From there, Building Blocks has emerged. He has started a small place in Goa with few children from the slums to give a good education. And from there, they shifted to Bangalore and Building Blocks has started. And today, there are 8 to 9 schools in Bangalore where they are giving a quality education and nutritious meals to all those underprivileged kindergarten children. And the standard of the quality and the cleanliness in those schools are on par with the other private schools, I can say. His journey is one of passion, compassion and an extraordinary impact one person can have on countless lives. Today I am going to his school to have a chat with him and to know about his journey. So come, let's go. Welcome to my show, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I'm happy to be on this show.
Okay, so let's start the interview with a brief introduction about you. Like, where are you from, your family, your education background and your profession?
I am originally from Kerala. My parents are from Kerala, but I was born in Bangalore. Brought up in so many different cities because my father was in the Air Force, so wherever he went, I also went. So I studied in different places. Then I ended up in Kerala for maybe the last part of my schooling and some part of my college. Then I studied in Pune. My graduation was from Pune. I studied English literature. Then worked in Pune for quite many years actually.
Okay. Worked as?
I was in the hotel industry.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Good. So how did this Building Block started?
Okay. That's a long thing to answer. Well, I lived a very riotous life. Working in a hotel, you're exposed to so much.
Correct.
All the bad things you can think of. So, one night I was just returning home and I had an accident. Very late in the night and raining, and I could have died in that accident, but I didn't. So I was just in the hospital, just looking out the window, thinking about life. What if I had died?
At what age?
I was 32.
Okay.
So I was wondering, what if I had died? What have I actually done with my life? So I decided I want to give the rest of my life to something that I can be very proud of. Or, if I have to, let's say, meet my maker after my death, and if he asks me a question, what did you do with your life? I want to be able to say something. I can be getting a PhD or this and that, and qualifications and certificates, but I don't think he's going to be very happy with that. So there was my quest to see what should I do with my life. So at age 33, I met some people that had given their lives to help other people. So I said, okay, I'd like to join you guys and do what you're doing. So I did that for about 30 years or so.
What is that thing?
Social work.
Okay.
Social work.
So you left that hotel industry?
I totally left everything. Lived on nothing, basically. And it's amazing how when you put yourself out there and serve other people, it gives you a certain joy that cannot be measured, that cannot
Absolutely.
I cannot say, what I've gained. It's like amazing time I've had. So then I decided that I wanted to actually focus on children, very specific. I wanted to do kindergarten because I felt that children from the young age, they are actually like sponges, and if we can actually invest into them, that investment for the first 3 years, like say age 3 to 6, that investment is for life.
Correct.
Because if I'm using any mathematics today, addition for example, I learned it in kindergarten. If I'm able to read today, it's because I learned it in kindergarten. So kindergarten has an amazing foundational effect on a child's life and its future. So I thought I wanted to just really zoom into kindergarten. So I started with one small little school, didn't have any money. So that's the story of pretty much all the organizations that have started. I think started with nothing, and then people come and see what you do, and they really like what you do. And then they support, and that's how it just kind of grew from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 schools, like that. It kept going.
Okay, but without money, like after that, how did it grow? Because for anything, money is needed, right?
Yeah, so people come and see what you do, and you put your own money, whatever you have, you just put it into that, and people come and see. Okay, what do you need for your school? Our kids are sitting on the floor. There's no table, there's no chair. So I said, well, the immediate need would be some furniture. So somebody gave us some furniture. Then they said, okay, what will help these children to continuously, regularly come to school? I said, if you can give them some lunch, that will be nice. So somebody said, okay, we will give you lunch. So like that, people came together one by one, and then it all just came together, and the corporates got involved, then that was a big leap.
Acha, okay.
Yeah, so then...
So where you have started this school first? Like in a slum area, or how was it?
Yeah, well, first I started it in Goa.
Oh.
I was sitting on the beach with a friend of mine, and we were just seeing all the little 3 and 4-year-old kids just begging on the beach. So my friend said to me, don't you think this kid should be in school? I said, of course they should be in school. So he said, it's been my dream to actually start a small kindergarten kind of thing. He said to me. I said, well, it's been my dream too.
Okay.
So I've been knocking at many doors for about 4 or 5 years, trying to see if I can start a school.
Okay.
And this guy tells me he would like to help me to start a school. So together we went, looked around for the slums, and we found where these kids live, and then we started rented a school in Kalangut in Goa. It's one of the major tourist attractions there. So that's where I started first. Then my sons were also into music a lot. Goa is like the place of music. They were 9-10 years old. Okay. And they were really getting into music and the stage shows, so many shows and stuff. So, but later I felt Goa, music is not the best place to be because alcohol, drugs is like everywhere. So I need to get my kids out of here. So I came to Bangalore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but those kids also came with you?
No. We kept that school there running.
Achha.
But then when I came to Bangalore, I just wanted to get my kids out of Goa.
Okay.
Because they were in the music scene.
Okay, got it.
Then they come down from the stage, and people would just flock around them, and they want to, give them a drink and this and that. So at 10, 12 years old.
Correct.
So I thought Bangalore would be safer for them. So I brought them here, and then my friend said, hey, you already have some experience in Goa, starting a school, why don't you start something here? So we started something very simple in Ausur, very close to Ausur Lake. There's a big slum there called Dodikunda.
Okay.
So the Dodikunda slum, I went myself, found the kids, it was just a one-man show that was.
Yeah.
So then I found one teacher, so that's how it started, one teacher, about 4 or 5 children. 4 turned to 40, 40 turned to 400.
Yeah.
400 to 800, like that, it kept going.
Okay. So first itself you had named it as building blocks.
See, my first school name was Starting Point.
Okay. Wow.
And that was the name.
Okay.
But then, just to have a kindergarten feel, you play with building blocks, the kids play with the blocks.
Correct.
So we thought we'd give it a bit of a more kindergarten name. So that's how it's building blocks.
Building blocks started. Okay.
Some people think it's a building construction company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you started this, what was the biggest obstacle you have faced?
Well, number one obstacle, when you go into the slums and say that we're going to teach children free, there's like a big question mark. Why would somebody teach a child free? Do they have any ulterior motive?
Exactly.
There's been also rumors, people come and ask for children and the children disappear, or they take their body parts away, whatever, those kind of fears people have.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest obstacles for a start. But then as we started to run the school and people saw that we were doing good for the children, we were feeding the kids, kids come back home speaking English, and slowly in the slums the news spreads, okay, they're good people, they're harmless.
Okay.
So then I think people come to us afterwards saying, take my child also, take my child also. So now what happens is we can actually take in all of our schools about 30 kids a year for one classroom, but we will have 200 applications.
Okay.
So it's not, the whole thing is reversed.
Yeah. Okay. So it's completely free
Completely
education?
free, yes.
Okay.
100% free.
Okay. So what sacrifices have you personally made to keep this mission going?
I think in my quest to help hundreds of thousands of children, I've probably neglected my own family. My own children growing up, I didn't spend much time with them because I was too caught up and busy with the work. I think that would be one of the biggest sacrifices I can say that I've made. But now I'm beginning to realize I need to spend time with my own family, my own children, my grandchildren. So I'm now trying to spend more time.
Okay. So how many children do you have?
I have 4 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All are like boys, girls?
2 boys, 2 girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, my question is like you studied this English literature, right? Then how did you get into this hotel management?
Well, I started as a very simple job as a billing clerk.
Oh, okay.
That's how I started.
Okay, got it.
And then I just grew up to be the general manager of the hotel because, I put my heart into it. So the owners of the hotel saw that, I was, working hard. So they just kept on promoting me.
After that, you didn't work anywhere?
No.
Okay.
Then I had this accident, then I met this organization. That was it.
Okay. Then how about the money for your family and for you? Like, how was it? Because without money, nothing is, absolutely not easy.
I think when people see that you are doing good work and they also see that I have no income, so some people would say, hey, you need money also, so we will give you some for yourself, some for the organization. So, and I also have a lot of connections with friends all over the world that have worked with me in that organization I told you before.
Okay.
So they know me personally and they know what I put into what I'm doing, so they feel they need to support me. So people just random send me money from here and there.
Okay. So how was your wife like? She was okay with the kind of life you were living?
Well, she came to India. She thought she'll just live here for 2 years and she'll go back.
She came to India?
She's British.
Oh, is it? Wow,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's a love marriage for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she came to India. She thought she would be here for 2 years. And she never left. She fell in love with the country, the people, the work here. And she's been here 40 years now.
Wow.
It's her 40th wedding anniversary.
Amazing, amazing. Oh wow, okay, okay. Where did you meet her?
I met her in Bombay.
Okay. In that social work thing?
Yeah, I met her in Bombay under the Gateway of India,
Oh.
in front of the Taj Hotel.
Okay, okay. So romantic kind of meeting. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where I met her.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice. So, was there a moment when you thought this dream wouldn't work, and what kept you going?
There were moments like that, but I believe that, I'm doing this work to help children. Come what may, this is a work of God, and it will keep going no matter what. So, in spite of many challenges, I think it just have fallen in place one after the other. And for the last 2004, so about 22 years I've been running this. And I've seen at every, challenging junction, I've been just helped. Somehow, somewhere, somebody would just come from nowhere, and they would just, support, lend a helping hand in many ways. Financially, or I need some legal support sometimes, you don't know what you're doing, you're new to this whole thing, and then you need this license, you need that license, and it all just falls together somehow. Because I believe that this is God's work, and these children are God's children because they're coming from extremely poor backgrounds, and God loves them, and He wants to make sure that they progress and do well in life.
That's how this mission is going on.
Yeah.
Nice. So, can you please share a story of one child whose life changed because of your work?
Oh, there's so many stories.
Tell me one.
Yeah. Well, one girl I'm thinking of, her name is Benita. She's from a family of 3 children, 3 girls. So the first 2 girls studied in Kannada medium school, and they did fairly okay. The father was a daily laborer,
Okay.
and mother was doing work in the household work and all that. But this girl was exceptionally bright. From kindergarten I could see that she was bright. So when she finished kindergarten, we found a sponsor for her from Japan, and she went to school. She was the topper in every class. She finished her 10th. She was the topper student in the school. Now she's doing a BCom second year, and she wants to be a chartered accountant, and she's determined. And I can see that she will be a chartered accountant. Very, very good. I mean, it's like a beautiful story of that one child. And there are so many stories.
Of course,
Just picking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many stories to tell.
So, after building so many schools, what is the harshest reality about educational inequality you feel?
See, to be honest, today, when you look at India, maybe 500 years ago, before the British came to India, education was free in this country. We believed in a Gurukul system where children stayed with the Guru and they studied. Guru did not charge anything, and if the children wanted to give some Guru Dakshina, they gave. They didn't have money, they didn't give. So that system was destroyed by the British people. Somehow we think that the British came here and did a lot of good for education, they set up schools. But when I look at the schools today, they are a business. They invest so much money into making the best school, the best facilities.
Just the infrastructure, that's
infrastructure. And they'll also hire best teachers, and they will also charge big money. Today I think school fees like 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs per year. So it is like another business. Or if the schools that are charging less, for example, what they will do is they'll fill the classroom with 40, 50 kids.
Exactly.
One teacher running 50 kids.
Yes.
So that is, I think, it's not education.
Very true.
So my dream is to also start my own school after grade 1 to 10. That's my dream. Where we will have 25 to 30 children in a classroom max, and individual attention to the child. These are my dreams, and I think it will come true.
Wish so, sir.
Yeah.
So now till only kindergarten is there in all your schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Then what we have done is, children that pass out from our school, if they are extremely poor, we select those children and we find sponsors for those kids.
Okay.
And we put them from grade 1 to 10. Like I told you the story of Benita,
yes.
same story. There are hundreds of stories like that.
Okay.
We have about 550 children in that category, from grade 1 to 10, studying. You just probably saw some of the children that leave.
Yes.
They're all in grade 1 now.
Okay. Okay.
They go to a close by school,
Okay.
and every day they come here for tuitions and help from the teachers, additional help.
Okay.
So we handhold them all the way to 10th grade, and now there are some students, 45 students going to college. Some just finished engineering diploma, and 3 girls actually finished diploma. Now they're working for a Japanese company.
Oh, wow. Lovely.
Yeah.
So what does education mean to a child who has never had access to it?
See, today, especially girls, I've noticed, they know that education is the way to their success. Because they can see, look around, and they can see how so many women are struggling, and they don't want to struggle like their mother or grandmother or aunt or neighbor or somebody who didn't have education. They can see that because of that they don't have a proper job, they have to just work in a construction site, or they have to do sheer manual labor that is very strenuous.
Yeah.
And they can see it, they see it every day. And I feel girls especially, they want to be independent financially. And they're putting their heart into it. I notice my girls are doing better than my boys for some reason.
Okay.
So my analyzing about that is that the girls really see education as the escape route to a better life. Because of the struggles they've seen of other people, they don't want to fall into the same trap, I think, so, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what is the misconception people have about underprivileged children?
A lot of people think that underprivileged children may not study well. What do they know? Their parents don't have any education. There's no support at home. So what are they going to do? These are some misconceptions, and some part of it is true. But I have seen some kids really doing so well, better than children coming from affluent families, and they're very determined. They already have a goal in mind. There's one guy called Balaji. He's in second year PUC now. He says, I want to go to US and I want to study AI. I want to start my own company. So these are the dreams. And so a lot of people have this thinking that, oh, these poor children, what are they going to study? But that was a misconception, I think. Yeah.
So what have these children taught you about life?
Oh. Just yesterday, one of the girls, she's in BCom first year, second year, she wrote an article. So she sent it to me. So it was beautiful what she wrote. She's from Tamil Nadu, but migrated, and her parents migrated, and so she said she went to a village, and she said that, she saw people in the fields plowing, planting, and the cows there, there's dogs there. It's like all living together, In the city, you have a mosquito and you want to spray and you want to close up your window and screen everything, and you're just so protected life. But you're just so away from nature and away from, the elements of the world, elements of earth.
Okay.
But there, she was saying how people were working in the mud, in the water, putting their hands into the dirt and creating stuff that is going to feed the, nations. So that, she was just bringing that to me, and I was just thinking, as a kid when I was growing up, I was so involved in agriculture because we're from a tiny village, so I was involved in planting trees and growing things and eating stuff out of that, and milking cows, and this was all daily thing.
Yeah.
It was hard labor, but I think it teaches you things that this 4 classroom walls cannot teach.
Definitely.
And today, children living in big cities, they are missing one major part of connecting with nature, air, water, sunlight. They are all living in air-conditioned houses or schools and air-conditioned cars, and life is not natural.
Yeah. Totally
So,
agree.
she was saying how people respect and love that land because they know that land is going to produce and to feed them, or give them fruits that they can sell and bring finances for their home.
Yeah.
That connection with nature is amazing in small villages.
Yeah.
That's something we need to recreate. This is what I want to do in the school that I would start. Every child would plant, every child would water, every child would dig. Connect with mother.
There are few schools now doing all that. Yeah. Now awareness have increased, no? So what is success according to you?
Success, I have a saying in my school, you will not find it in this classroom. It says, this is something called daily reminders, now in my classroom. And it says, be kind, be gentle, be giving and forgiving. Because you don't know what the next person is going through in his life. We can push our agenda, we can say things that can be unkind because you want to get your things done. Everybody's on a roller coaster, they want to get things done, they want to improve, they want to go.
Yeah.
So you forget that other person could be going through something. And you look around and you see in our communities, especially men, are very rude towards first their own family members, their children, their wives, their mother, whoever. It's quite rampant, not only just in our country, across the world. So the children at a very young age are not taught to be kind, to be gentle to their mother, to their sister, or to their friend in the classroom. So I think these are 4 pillars I stand on: to be kind, to be gentle, to be give and forgive. Because these are major, cancers in our society. People are angry, people are rude, people are selfish, they're not forgiving, words are very rash, unkind.
Okay.
So I think the most important thing, more than teaching English or science and this and that, what can we do to create a world where human beings are completely opposite than what is happening right now?
Correct.
And
being kind is so effortless now, so it doesn't need any efforts also to be kind. But as you said, the world is so different today. Hopefully one day they get back to the kindness probably.
Yeah, when you look at all the scriptures from all the gurus and everybody, they will say that. They will say that love is the most important thing.
Yeah, there's a basic thing also to be frank.
Yeah, who's following it?
Nobody.
And it's not taught in the homes, because what a child in my homes, and the homes where my children are coming, every night the father will come home drunk. And what does the drunk father do?
Yeah.
He would abuse, he would beat the mother of the child. So the child is growing up seeing that. So when he grows up, what is he going to do? He's going to just simply copy his dad.
Yeah.
So we want to just switch that around. Invest in the children at a very young age to understand the importance of kindness and gentleness. Yeah.
So what is one question nobody asks you but wish they would?
Oh, well, I think one question, if they would ask me, is how can we change this world? Everybody's just talking about themselves, like, what can I do to make more money, or, be better, or whatever. But to think about how can we change the world, the people that are struggling in the world, and how can we change that? How can we change this world? I think people think that making money and keeping things for yourself is what's going to give you happiness. But my experience is the other way around. Just doing anything possible to help other people is what's going to give you the maximum happiness and joy. I think that's something I would like people to ask me.
Okay.
How can we change the world?
So if you could ask or tell every person watching this interview to do just one thing for a child's education, what would it be?
Look for a child in your neighborhood. Maybe it is the maid that's working in your house. I mean, she's coming, she's doing your work, you're paying her, but have you ever stopped to ask, do you have a child? Are you struggling to pay the fees of the child? How can I help? More than, maybe he's giving 5,000 or 10,000 rupees salary for that person working. But how can we go beyond that? And check into the, children under her care, or her own children in the neighborhood. There's so much poverty and people don't see it. So they're going in their nice cars and the nice roads, and you see all those beautiful, nice buildings in Bangalore. But just behind those buildings, sometimes there's a slum there. There's a poor family there. When I have to start a school in a particular area, how I do is I look for some people in that area carrying stuff on their head. It could be firewood, it could be their ration they bought, they're carrying on their head. I just follow them. When I follow them, I find the whole community. So that's when I started school in that area. That's how it happens. So there is so much poverty around, but we need to open our eyes to see how we can help. And there are people that are also very generous, but they don't have the time to do it. So for me, it's connecting of two worlds. I'm just the middleman. I said I'm the postman. Here is a poor person, here's a very rich person. He's not able to connect with them, but I'm the mediator that can connect these two. This person doesn't know this person. This person doesn't know this person. So I'm just a connector. So it's lovely talking to you, sir, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And it was a wonderful talk, and all the success for you still, whatever you wish it should happen, and these kids should really grow in their future. Thank you so much.